Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bow and Arrow Tarot. We're going to do the weekly reading for Cancer. Before I do though, let me remind you all that this month this is what I'm giving away, the Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck. And all you have to do is be subscribed and leave me a comment somewhere letting me know. Sorry about that, my speaker wasn't off. Letting me know in the comments somewhere that you're interested. All right guys, thank you all so much for joining me in the live stream. Um, I'm going to be using the Beautiful Creatures deck in the weekly reading so you guys can actually see me using it. Not a lot of people use it. And so, yeah, I love it personally. I think it's a beautiful deck. But in any case, guys, welcome Cancers and Cross Watchers. Hang on a second. I've got to get my cat off of my mask. She's playing with my mouth. All right, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone out there is staying safe and healthy and staying kind to each other. We're going to get right into your reading. Pull out your romance angel messages. Then we're going to pull out your wild unknown animal spirits. Your animal spirits from that deck, the Kim Krantz deck. That was the deck I gave away in March. And then we'll get right into your spreads with the Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck. All right, guys? And, excuse me, like I said, I'm going to be using this deck. It's really interesting. I can't wait to pull it out. All right, playfulness is part of your week. This is the second or third time this card has come out for the weekly. Release your ex, Cancer, and we have you deserve love. All right, well, those are some interesting energies, right? Playfulness, release your ex, and you deserve love. Let's see what your animal spirits are going to be like during this week. I'm going to be doing a lot more streaming, and I think I'm going to have to get myself like a proper streaming camera or something. So I hope this stream works out all right, guys. Just let me know if it doesn't. See what beautiful animal spirits some of you may be resonating with, or you may be dealing with people who are resonating with these animal spirits. All right, here we go. Looking at Cancer. And this is, of course, for April 5th to the 12th. Straight out, we have the bear. I love it. The bear is beautiful. Earth energy. Associated with sort of coming out of a spiritual slumber, we have the frog. Love it. Water energy. The frog used to show up in my readings a lot towards, I want to say the ending of last year, 2019, and maybe just in the beginning of 2020. The frog was everywhere. Lots of cleansing was happening. And then we have the elephant. Fire energy. Destroyer of obstacles, beautiful energy. Destroyer of obstacles and the bringer of abundance, right? So we love to see that. I love all three of these animal spirits, very strong. So let's look at these before we get into your spread, Cancer. We have bear energy. And just like in the wild, you know, the bear hibernates, right? And so here we're talking about the spirit of sort of awakening from a spiritual slumber, awakening from a life that really, where you really didn't consider spirituality or even magic or the other side of life, right? Or that connection. Now you're kind of suddenly awakening to that. It could be that you're having very real experiences that are opening you up to a much more spiritual outlook, right? And the connection of the spirit and matter and the earth and how they impact each other. In any case, it's an awareness, it's an awakening that's happening for some of you Cancers, and it's going to be happening over this next week. Now we have frog energy coming in, and this is water, and the frog is beautiful, talking about cleansing. The frog is the great rainmaker, right? I love this animal spirit because it is really an earthly animal spirit, although it is always in the water. It brings the water. It must be near the water, And so here we're just talking about the cleansing nature of water and how the frog, the spirit of the frog, always brings that in. Now, some of you may be doing this for others. You may be in, one of these people who your energy helps others to cleanse some negativity they may be going through or what have you. Just remember that can become very tiring. And you need to take time out for yourself also, to sometimes step back and cleanse yourself from their residual energy, so that you can be sort of rejuvenated as well. And we're talking about cleansing of negative emotions, right? Traumas, negative emotions, residual negative energies, right? And just trying to sort of get them out of your system. Now we have the elephant, beautiful strong fire energy. And the elephant is the destroyer of obstacles, just like in the wild. Once again, we look at the behavior of the animal in the wild to get an idea of its spirit. And elephants live in the jungle. And in order for any elephant or elephant troop to get anywhere, they have to literally knock down trees and huge paths through the jungle. And this is one of the reasons why the elephant is associated with this, the destroyer of obstacles, because the spirit of the elephant is going to find the path, make the path that it needs, no matter what is in its way. And it's a formidable energy that comes in. This is also an animal spirit that is associated with the Hindu god Ganesh. And Ganesh brings abundance and riches. Ganesh is the god, is one of the gods associated with wealth and material gain. And so not only is the elephant associated with sort of destroying the obstacles in your way, but by nature of having those obstacles destroyed, you make a clear path to your abundance and to your goals and your dreams. All right, so 3 really lovely animal spirits for you this week, Cancer. So let's get ready to pull out your first spread from the Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck. We're going to pull out 3 spreads for you this week. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to be in the running for that Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck giveaway, then you have to be subscribed to my channel and leave me a comment. In any case, if you like what you see, subscribe and share. All of that really helps me out. Because this is what I do. I just do this for a living, and it's what I love to do. All right, guys. So let's get right into it. We have the Hermit. There you go, associated with bear energy to a certain degree. We have Page of Swords, and we have the 4 of Swords. All right, so the Hermit energy is what you're coming in with, some of you this week. So you've really been extremely introspective, right? You've been just checking in with yourself, looking inward. The Hermit's been coming out a lot this week. Came out for the Virgo reading, showed up in the Virgo reading. Of course, it is the card for Virgo, but showed up in quite a lot of the other readings as well. And I'm not surprised to see it here, because we are all, to a certain degree, being forced to live a somewhat hermited life right now. But what's happening for a lot of us, including my collective, is that it's causing a lot of us to also then look inward spiritually. And so you're coming into the week with this energy. And Page of Swords is there. Again, Page of Swords is another energy that has been showing up. And it's a feeling of being inquisitive, inspecting, checking in, making sure that you are fighting off any negative energy. You're being very positive. The Page of Swords, pages are all about conquering that initial fear. And so Page of Swords is like, self-doubt, the initial fears that we have associated with our own self-esteem or our confidence or our belief that we can handle things, that positive attitude, not letting people's sort of negative viewpoints make you feel as though you can't accomplish what you want to accomplish. It's a healthy state of mind, right? And it's working towards a healthy state of mind by intentionally sort of fighting against negativity, whether it's internal negativity that you have in sort of your thoughts, maybe doubts, or negativity that comes in from the outside world. And this is another card that's shown up a lot because a lot of you are doing this April. Certainly you're doing this for the first week. Hello, Jenna25. I only look over at the computer every now and again while I'm doing the reading. So when you're chatting, I'll check in with you. But so this is an energy that everybody's kind of resonating with right now. This positive, this kind of being mentally focused, intentionally staying mentally focused and positive. By the end of the week, Cancer, you round off with a 4 of Swords. So you're taking a real strategic attitude towards the future, right? 4 of Swords is here in the Creatures deck, the Beautiful Creatures deck. They call it the Repose card. 4 of Swords is also sometimes called the card of truce. And it's really just pulling back to your corner and reevaluating your next move, strategizing, not making any hasty decisions, right? Taking time to, I want to say, consider your next move so that you maintain the stability that you've already achieved, right? 4 is the number for stability in tarot. So with 4 of Swords, you've already established a certain amount of stability in your life, right? In various areas, maybe financially, environmentally, or what have you, right? A stability in terms of, you know, how you are living your life, right? And so your next move, you want to maintain that. You don't want to make any moves that's going to upset that. And so 4 of Swords really talks about being very reposed and very careful, very strategic. And that's what you're going to round your week off with. And I think this is just generally an idea of a week for a Cancer out there that's kind of coming to terms in a lot of ways with how this next sort of period of time is changing their life, right? So this is a very thoughtful week, a week where you're going to really be working on your self-confidence and positive outlook. And by the end of the week, you're going to be working and probably having some idea of how you're going to be going forward. 5 of Pentacles for some of you, the Hanged being one, or the Hanged Man, and the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, 5 of Pentacles is coming in. This is coming out a lot for a lot of the readings. Also, 5 of Pentacles is the card for poverty, or having really descended into I want to say a level in financial level, perhaps, right? Financial or abundant level, an environmental level, perhaps, where you're having to really rebuild yourself, right? There's not a lot to go around. You're having to rebuild yourself. And some of it can be really, yes, poverty, right? 5 is the number for struggle, power struggle. A lot of times 5 of Pentacles is when you've lost a certain power struggle, you've kind of tumbled down. You know, you've kind of tumbled down the economic ladder, and for whatever reason, you are now having to pay that sort of price of, you know, rebuilding yourself back up from ground zero. Having said that, 5 of Pentacles is an energy of rebuilding, though. And oftentimes, I always say this, take heed or take heart in knowing that 5 of Pentacles is almost always a momentary step back. Right? Just a momentary slide back or step back. And I often say that it's maybe 2 steps backwards, but ultimately you go 5 and 10 steps forward when you come out of this position. But at the time, of course, it's a struggle. Coming into the week, you're met with the hanging, what they call the hanging one in this deck, but of course the Hanged Man. And this is an awareness that comes in all of a sudden. A lot of you have gotten the Hanged Man this week and for April readings, because a lot of us are really having inspiration coming in. You know, what wakes the Hanged Man up, or what gives the Hanged Man his awakening, because the Hanged Man's all about awakening. In the traditional deck, you see him hanging there, but he always has the halo around his head, which shows that he is awakened now. But that almost always happens as a response to some sort of inspiration that's come in. You know, before that period, the Hanged Man was uninspired, and this is usually is interpreted as being stuck per se, but it's not so much that he's stuck, it just was uninspired. Just was uninspired to make any effort or to move forward in any way, with any meaning way. But suddenly inspiration comes in. And when inspiration comes in, it can be just a meeting, something that, you know, you saw, someone else that you saw. It could be, you know, just some kind of data has come in, person, place, or thing, and it's inspired you to such a degree that now you are very much awakened. And you're awakened also to a certain degree that you haven't been doing very much up until now. So this is a big, big realization that you are having this week. By the end of the week, you round off with King of Pentacles. And this is interesting because this awakening takes you from a 5 of Pentacles, which in this deck is called poverty, right? And really, this awakening is so strong because it really, it propels you right up to a King of Pentacles. By the end of the week, you're resonating with a level of, I want to say, ability and wisdom and experience that, you know, now that you are awakened, you're coming right out of this state of poverty and really taking your position as King of Pentacles. So this is then for a Cancer who is probably used to having a lot of success. and maybe lost some of that success for a little while and maybe wallowed in it for a little while. Maybe you wallowed in it, or maybe you just felt like it wasn't worth sort of working all the way back up, or whatever the case may be. Whatever comprised that pre-hanged man status, right? That pre-hanged man mentality that you had. Now that the awakening has come in this week, and I want to say for a lot of you, this resonates with the bear when we talk about a spiritual awakening. Now that this awakening comes in, it's like all the blocks and obstacles are blown out of the way. So here we have the spirit of the bear and the elephant working in concert, awakening and obstacles being overcome that propel you right back to success. And right back to the kind of success that you're used to. This is definitely a Cancer who has had success before and is only maybe just now, this may be the first time that you've had to deal with this kind of level of poverty or lack of financial stability. May not even be poverty per se, but just not what you're used to, right? And struggling, whatever struggling means to you, it's poverty. It's like, when you've been poor, hearing the word poverty is like, sounds hurtful, it makes you feel like it's you, it's like, you're just just struggling. I think struggling is a better word than poverty, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you try your best in a situation where you're struggling, you try your best to not be poverty stricken or to have an impoverished state of mind, right? You try to still see that you have the best or have what you need, right? You have what you need and you make the best of a difficult situation. Nevertheless, this is a huge awakening that comes in for a Cancer that propels you right back into that state of manifesting success that you've been used to. It may have been quite some time, maybe even several weeks, I would say several months or a couple years since you've had this level of success. So when I say this awakening this week is big, it's big. Next one, we have 8 of Wands, 4 of Wands, a lot of fire, and we have 8 of Cups, 2 8s and a 4. So more 4 energy. So again, 4 is the number for stability. So some of you are coming in this week, and 8 of Wands is a lot of energy coming in. Sometimes this can even be my viral card. Sometimes I call it my viral card. It can indicate fame or attention coming in. It could just indicate a lot of information, a lot of messaging, maybe calling, texting, data, all of that, emailing, whatever. But a lot of communication going back and forth. So much so that there needs to be some boundaries put in place, which is sometimes why I call it my viral card. But for some of you, you've got a lot coming in this week. You're coming into the week resonating with this energy of having a lot of people wanting to have a piece of your time. And I would suggest that anybody going through that is definitely put some boundaries in place so that you can discern what's more important than the other. You know what I mean? Sort of a way of sifting through it all, right? Because you simply can't give everybody the level of attention that they might be wanting from you. It's just too much coming in, too much data. During the week, you have an experience that really resonates with 4 of Wands energy. So some of you are coming in contact with a soulmate connection, a love connection. 4 of Wands is really that strong unity. Here it is, the card for unity in this deck, but this is, again, it's that stability that we talk about with the number 4. And 4 of Wands is that perfect stability and unity that two people come together with that have the makings of a twin flame journey, which is why we call that the twin flame card, also because of the 1111. So some of you are having one of those twin flame moments, soulmate connection moments this week, and you have an 8 of Cups. Now, this is quite interesting. You go through that, you have this love connection, and then you come out to an 8 of Cups. And 8 of Cups is all about moving away and separation and turning your back on relationships that no longer suit you. Now, this could be the reason why. You could have had a lot of messages. This might be for a Cancer who has had a lot of sort of mixed messages coming in. And this week, you actually connect with the right person. It could be that there may have been multiple people trying to get your attention or get your affection or try to come into you in a romantic kind of way. And so you've been having to deal with a lot here. But this week, you kind of make your choice with that 4 of Wands. And at the same time, by the end of the week, you're walking away from someone. Because 8 of Cups is turning your back, leaving, And certainly leaving shallow relationships behind, relationships that no longer suit you, that no longer are, that are shallow, right? That aren't at the level of engagement that you want them to be. Relationships that you feel like you're pouring energy into and you get nothing back, right? So you're turning your back on that. It's like you turn your back and you move more towards deeper connections, which has happened this week for you. So to me, it's a feeling. Some of you Cancers, it almost feels like you're going to be choosing between lovers. Some of you may be choosing between lovers, choosing between people you've been dating, or choosing just one particular person over whatever else, and then separating from that whatever else. Some of you have released your ex. Okay, so this could be just releasing your ex now that you've made a union with somebody. Now that you've come together with somebody this week with this Four of Wands, it could very well be that you're realizing you have to release that ex. Maybe you have the spirit of the frog coming in with some of that cleansing. Very nice. And you deserve love too, because Four of Wands is definitely a strong union. All right, guys, I am going to leave it at that. I hope you like this spread. I think it looks very nice with the background and everything. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please let me know, because I've changed the background, so my regulars will recognize that. And also, please let me know if you're interested in the giveaway. These are the cards. I'll be using them in all of the videos for this week's general outlook. I may use them also next week, just so that you can get familiar with them and see them. And even if you don't win them in this drawing, you know, you may decide to go ahead and purchase them. They're really a perfect deck for a beginner as well. But in any case, subscribe. Like and share the video, but definitely if you want to be in the running, subscribe and leave me a comment letting me know you're interested. And please, by the way, even if you don't decide to watch my channel for the entire month of April, put your alarm on at least for April 30th and remind yourself to check back with Bow and Arrow Tarot on that day and check the winner video. Because you may let me know that you're interested and you may subscribe and you may not see me for the entire month, and I might be picking you to be the winner, and then when I announce your name, you're not responding. That's happened a lot with my giveaways. I have to wait a lot of times, a long time, and it's like any day now I was going to choose a new winner because the person who won the deck hadn't gotten back to me. So, you know, if you're interested, please make sure to remind yourself to check back at the end of the month and check and see if you're the winner. All right, guys, that's it. I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you so much, Cancer. I love you guys so much. You guys always come out strong for me. Have a wonderful week. Please stay safe and stay healthy and be kind to each other. And tomorrow I will be back with the love readings and my new Mystic Moon Oracle deck. I can't wait. It's getting delivered tomorrow, and as soon as it gets here and I work with the deck for a little while, I will be uploading or I will be streaming the love readings using that deck and a couple of other decks. So I'm really excited about that. All right, guys, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.